everyone, and welcome to another episode of Next Play Investor Show. Here at Next Play, we discuss all categories of investing, such as real estate, stocks, business, and insurance for infinite banking. We're a group of investors with a common goal, and the mission is to create generational wealth. We're here live every Sunday at 7:30 to 9, so take the time to subscribe, like, and share the broadcast. Our replays are available on YouTube at Next Play Investors and Instagram Next Play Investors. So without further ado, let's get the show started and welcome to the forum of Next Play Investors. Thank y'all for coming out again. Let's get over and join all the other people, man, and see what's going on and see exactly what's happening. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's going on? Everybody up, everybody happy, everybody happy. It's been another
Everybody
week.
good.
Everybody like we finna like drop out some good jewels this week, man. I think everybody happy, man. We got Martin, we got Sam. Oh man, Stacy, what's going on?
We got the band back together.
Hey, we got the band back together.
Listen, the band has made it back
Oh man. So
from the
we good to go. We good to
amazing.
go. It
I
been
was gonna ask where old Nicole at.
oh, there she go.
I was outside. I was outside running my mouth with my neighbors.
We got the
What
queen,
else?
the first
Queen
queen.
in the building.
We were talking about the Falcons finally got a win, so I'm excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
Falcons.
Yeah, we got lucky.
The Giants.
And did the
Yeah.
Buccaneers get beat?
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, the Buccaneers got beat. I think they was playing New York.
Nah,
the Rams.
No,
the Rams is good, bro.
Oh, they played the Rams.
The Rams is real good.
Bam, boy.
Dope. Well, welcome back, man. Welcome back from the sands.
we're glad to see y'all made it back safely, guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know we came back full of energy,
You
full
know,
of
we don't
life.
come back and have a whole lot of energy.
Our cup is filled.
Hey, we had to come back to spread the knowledge.
Right,
Everything
yeah,
that we
you
seen
do.
and we had to do. You know?
Yeah.
Gotta do that.
Yeah.
I know.
How you doing,
All
Nicole?
that.
I'm great. I'm well. I was excited. I'll share my little success story time.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, let's have 35. So we'll kick it off as usual. Everybody, welcome to Next Play Investors. We back again with another hot show. Like and share. It helps us with the algorithms. You can view us for the replay on Facebook. You can view us for the replay on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And we're about to get the show started. So we like to start the show off with success stories. You know, what happened the prior week and anything you got that could add a positive message to the community and also to the audience of Next Play. We like to share it. So I'm going to kick it off. As usual, we made it back safe from our exploration of the Dominican Republic. And, you know, I'm going to talk about my little section of the trip. It was good. I got to see, this is my second time going, but this time we took a little deeper in depth of the real estate side and see what the cost of living was over in the DR. And a little quick nugget on that is that the average person in the Dominican Republic makes $250 per month, US. So the lifestyle change when we went over there was different.
$250 per month.
Per month.
That's living good.
That's
Per month.
good. Per month. That's the average.
Yeah, per month. A doctor makes $1,500 a month.
Yeah, that's what the doctors make. So a lot of you guys here are living a lot better than the folks in the Dominican Republic. And I just saw a lot. I'm not going to go too deep because everybody's going to share their little story, but there's a lot of opportunity there in real estate and business, a lot of growth. So we'll definitely be going back to explore a little bit further. Next success story for me is I was able to sell one of my properties in Augusta, first time via virtual closing. Never done it before. Crazy, y'all. I'm gonna talk about the property later in this chat, but to kind of break the numbers down. But this is the first time that I've ever sold a property where I never met the buyer, I never met the agent, I never met the attorney. The only person I saw in this entire transaction was a virtual notary, and she was like a third party, and it was all done online. So technology is real. The digital age is here, and better get on board. Last but not least, I should go live, have some information for you guys next week on my first infinite banking policy. It goes live on Tuesday. I'm signing both of my kids up. So hopefully on the next meeting, y'all tune in. I'll have some more information on infinite banking. That's my story. Now on to the rest of the next play investors. I'll pass the mic on to Sam and Sam. Or Franco. I'm sorry.
No. We gonna go with Nicole because she got one. We want to make sure she got one she was ready to tell. So she,
Okay, all right.
Let's go with Nicole and get her in there.
Get you.
Look, I thought y'all was gonna keep going down the line. I was over here. You all know I'm always working on something. On the
okay.
But anyhow, so I'm gonna do the one from last week since you all were not here and we wasn't able to have our meeting. So last Saturday, first I want to say thanks, Stacy and Sam, because I really think that you all kind of encouraged and pushed me to do it because I didn't want to get another credit card. I really didn't because I had paid off a couple of cards. So I just been, I guess, dreading trying to get an American Express card. They denied me maybe 3 years ago. So I was booking a trip to Vegas and I said, you know what? I saw them 70,000 miles. So I was like, I need these miles. So I went ahead and just, so it was the miles. It was the promotion. So I said, let me go on and do it. So I did it. And they said like it's going to take 2 to 3 minutes if it's instant. And I was like, well, damn, it was 60 seconds. So I got approved. And then I had to like blink my eyes a couple of times when I saw the limit. And I was like, go girl. So I was proud and happy, but I know my limits with that card. So I know what I'm trying to do with that card and some other things that I have planned. And then my success story from yesterday, thank God me and my family survived COVID. And so I did a 5K yesterday. And so I left my team. And so they was proud of me because they was like, Dad, one of our homeboys just had COVID and he can't come out here and do what you did today, Nicole. So I was excited to get that 5K in yesterday. But most importantly, it was getting that American Express card. So I just want to say kudos to Stacy and Sam with those little nuggets that you all were giving me. And then that 70,000 miles just came up and I said, oh, that's just applied today. So I appreciate you all.
What color is that card?
Gold, because this is my first one.
That's nice.
I don't, it's my first. I just was like, welcome to the club. But the limit was very nice. And so for me, it's discipline.
Right. So, yeah. That's about the business right there. And that gold card hit a little different than that plastic.
It sure as heck do.
So I was excited and I was like, go on, girl. Getting close to that 800.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You can take everybody to lunch for that.
I probably can. I'm sure I can.
When we rolling up.
I just want some more fish. That's all I want is some more fish.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Some red snapper.
Oh my gosh. That red snapper was
I know it looked delicious. I was all looking in the pictures. It's like, well, my mama made good red snapper too.
Oh yeah, that red snapper was banging. Red snapper was banging. And the thing about it is the whole meal was like $15. And you get like
It was $15.
You get the big pieces of red snapper fresh. You get the salad. You overlooking the ocean, the waves are going back and forth, and the cool breeze is rubbing against your face, and the fish really slow.
Yeah, man. And he let you pick out. He bring the fish out to you. You picked out what fish you want.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
man.
You know how much they'll charge you at like a 5-star?
Right.
Dining?
A lot.
Yeah,
Man,
it's like
we
that.
ate fish for breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good.
I wish Atlanta Fish Market probably had a meal for $15.
Oh,
you can't get a drink for $15.
Right.
All right, let's move it on into the next who's success story next. Let's get it going.
Oh man, let me get it cracking, man. Hope everybody had a good weekend and a good week. Well, my success story was basically, we all own our own businesses, and I had my business basically run on autopilot. Had a few hiccups on it, but basically overall, I still was making money while I was vacationing. So that's one of my success stories, and I just want to say thank you to, even though he's hard-headed and he's aggravating to deal with sometimes, but DJ, I appreciate you, and hey, trying to hang with you, man. That's all I can say, man. That was just his initials, man. I ain't say his name. I said DJ. But anyway, man, that's one success story. My second success story, as you know, I've been trying to build my credit far as my business is concerned. And I don't know if anybody else knew that, but I've actually obtained 2 major credit cards through the business, period, flat out. So now, not only do I have credit, my business has credit too. So I have 2 entities, and I know now that my business can run on its own, which is going to free me up to add another stream of income to come in, which is what I'm working on now. I'm working on a collabo with someone else, and we're going to try to get something rolling here shortly. But it'll be another stream of income, which is going to eventually free me up even more so I can do more adventures with my compadres. Next play. That is my success story. And just to touch on the DR, actually, man, those waves and that food, bro, that'll get you enough right there. And just with how low everything was to pay, when you really get used to looking at, the pesos versus the American dollar, and you think that you're paying a lot of money, and when you revert it back to American dollar, you're like, man, you end up paying $2, $5. I ain't never spent nothing like that. Like to buy what we were buying. I bought a nice piece of artwork. I mean, you would not believe this artwork. I might post it for you guys later because I have a picture of it. But bruh, that artwork is like par none. Some of the best I've seen. So, but anyway, that's my success story, man. And
Maybe one day.
working on it. And I actually got 2 of them secured, and I'm like, okay, I'm straight. But actually, I'm gonna go ahead on and just keep going from there. That business, I need, keep it moving.
I think the next level after the cards is the loans. Able to establish a unsecured business loan, I think, is the next level. Once you get your business cards, once you get your cards, once you get that loan, that's gonna carry some weight.
Okay. Yep.
That's awesome, Sam. I mean, 2 cards. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Appreciate it.
Woo! Martina, what's your success story, baby?
I want to start off by giving thanks to God. I was excited that all my boys was there for my first sermon overseas. I appreciate you guys coming out. The people said they was excited to see y'all show up in the building and everything. And just like, getting ready to start on this new business venture and everything. I'm excited about that, and just looking forward to like just from being a veteran to all the benefits that's coming along with it. So I'm pumped and geeked about that.
Oh, and if you want to see his service, I have it.
Please send
3
it to
minutes
me.
long. Please,
Hello.
please, hit us up in the comments, and I will post it so you guys can see. But I ain't gonna post it if you don't hit us up in the comments. Oh, hey, I'm just lying. I'll go ahead and post it anyway.
Yeah,
It's spreading the word.
I said it verbally. Did I?
It's spreading the word anyway.
Cousin, I'm proud of you. I saw that on Facebook. I'm very proud of you.
Oh yeah. It was epic.
Yes, it was.
It was
Yeah.
Look at us. We got somebody else in the group that loves the Lord like Nicole.
Ah,
Hey, wait a minute. All of us love the Lord.
I mean, all of us love the Lord. All of us love the Lord. Everybody
Everybody,
just
all
worship
y'all
differently.
love the Lord. I'm talking about like me and my cousin.
Hey, tell Jesus must have been walking down the hall and Grady.
We don't know if it was Jesus. We know it was somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody cutting off the oxygen to Nicole's room. Something went wrong.
that's funny.
Oh my
All right,
God.
so I guess I'm gonna be the last person to tell a success story today.
I guess so.
Off rip, I am happy to be here. I took a fall in the Dominican Republic, and
Hey man, show them from your
hey
scars,
man,
man.
like
So you
I
want
was real, like I was real messed up. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I was all scarred up. I got it on my leg, my back, my neck, and my back. But I'm gonna be honest with you. My success story already, man. I made it through the week. I created, man, like being down to a certain extent for and going to the DR and learning a lot about real estate, learning a lot about the culture, learning a lot about what you can do to invest and how they need to actually be able to, how we can actually utilize the people in the DR to be able to be good over a period of time. And we can, once we get everything put together, it made me realize something here, man. I created some stuff this week, man, and I'm finalizing it up. I created some people. I created some technicians. I created a whole bunch of different stuff this week, man. So I've been working even when I haven't been working. So it's been a good week. And we're gonna see how it works out. So I mean, like I said, I am glad to be here. I didn't fall that bad. I just want everybody to know it wasn't my fault. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth. It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
Nah, it wasn't my fault. I've been riding motorcycle way too long. That one right there. I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol. I'm gonna
It
be
was
honest.
Kendrick's fault.
Nah, I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might have been a little too drunk to be out there on the motorcycle, and the universe decided to take me down. Like,
There
nah,
you go.
nah, dude, don't go out here on the main road and
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
hey,
There you
Man, man.
hey. You really think about it, you
hey,
never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I might have been a little too drunk, and it is what it is,
A
man. But
DUI. So you saying you was DUI, sir?
man, I think I was DDDI.
Boy,
Drunk
you
under the
could.
drunk influence.
no, no.
Oh man, so everybody here for the show, man. Let's get it started, man, because before we run out of time, man.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll get it started. As usual, man, on Next Play, man, we go through the sectors, kind of do like a little technical analysis. Again, but this show is all about investing, investing in real estate, stocks, businesses, so on and so forth. But we do look at the stocks quite a bit. And so I started off with the market news, and the Dow Jones Industrial gained 0.62%, 0.62% to close at 34,798, which is up from, it's been a roller coaster ride here lately with the market going down. The S&P has gained 0.51% to close at 4,455. And the NASDAQ showed little change this week. So the NASDAQ really didn't move that much. Sectors this week. The number one was energy. 2 was communication services. 3 was financials. 4, consumer discretionary. 5 was consumer staples. 6 industrial, 7 information technologies, 8 materials, 9 utilities, 10 was healthcare, and heading up the ranks was good old Mr. Real Estate. Mr. Real Estate is down at the bottom. And a lot of people don't know. Wall Street, like I mentioned it before, Wall Street is not buying real estate. Retailers are buying real estate right now. They're the one that's driving the prices up. So you may see some pullback on the real estate side. I know I read an article where the prices in Atlanta dropped, I think, 0.5%. Me personally, that's what my segment is about, real estate, because I'm actually selling some of my properties that I've had for a long time, because we are personally at the top. I feel, I could be dead wrong, but just listening to, reading the data, seeing what's going on, being in it for so long, some of my properties that I'm willing to let go now is the time. So I'm going to talk about a property that I sold last week. Did everything via virtual. Didn't touch it. Didn't see, like I said, the agent. Didn't see the buyer. Didn't see the attorney. Only the notary. Didn't see anybody. Matter of fact, the closing was done when I was in the Dominican Republic. So everything's all digital. Crazy new, but anyway, this property is in Augusta, Georgia. It's 2352 Helsinki Drive. We kept this property in a trust for asset protection. So a lot of times, some people, like when they buy properties, they like to put their properties either in an LLC, or some may put it in a trust. And this particular property, I bought it in 2004. So I think that's about either somewhere 14, 15 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer. But we had it in the trust. And here are the numbers. Purchased it on April the 4th, 2004 for $43,000. This house is a purchase from another investor. The investor name is Tim Law. We still friends to this day. He's still buying real estate. Got some great strategies. Maybe one day I have him on the show. This was the second property that I ever bought, and what kind of got me into real estate was reading the book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he was talking about real estate was one of the best investments, and he never lied. It's one of the best investments, and if you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I suggest you go get the book because it's really good. It's really a really simple read, but it's got facts, and I read it back in 2004. Before that, and it still holds true to this day. The reason why I chose Augusta back then was Augusta has the second largest population to Atlanta. A lot of you may not know that. And the prices in Augusta were a lot less than they were in Atlanta. And this particular house was next to an Army base. They got an Army base down there named Fort Gordon. So those three things I looked at just from off memory, which one of the reasons why I chose this property. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, all brick, fenced lot, and didn't have to do too much rehab on this property. A lot of carpet. Main thing was carpet and paint. And we used to go down there and do all the work ourselves back in the day when we were younger. And Sam helped me on this property a couple of times. Now I think about it. Anyway, got the loan on the property. I think maybe put down like $3,000. It was the payment was $314 at 3.7% interest. I made bi-weekly payments on this property from the first day I got it. And so that's another trick, like a little hack. You guys can shave off years on the property by doing a bi-weekly payment on it. And basically, by paying it bi-weekly, you kind of eat at the principal a lot faster. And so like with a mortgage, most like for the first 10, 15 years, you're paying just a lot of money toward interest. So this is a little hack. So, and now you can do that with cars. You can do that with any type of interest loan you have, make bi-weekly payments on it. Anyway, it was $314. The insurance was $46.58 back then. The property tax was $70. So the total payment on this house was $431 a month. And a lot of times as soon as I buy a property, I automatically put it up for rent, even before I even have it rehabbed or anything. This property, we put on government housing through Section 8. I was a new landlord, so guaranteed money, and plus I'm 2.5 hours away from Augusta, so I didn't want to have to go chase rent. So I put it on housing, and it was a constant stream of income. We rented the property for $700. The monthly payment was $431. That's taxes and insurance. So the monthly passive income on this property was $269 a month for 17 years. So the cool thing about houses is unless you have a major problem, they pretty much run themselves. You know, the house just sits there, the person lives in it, and you rent every month. Passive income, you pay it. And the cool thing about it is the tenant actually pays the mortgage. So by them paying the mortgage down, it's no money coming out of your pocket. You're building credit. You are creating equity in the property, well, the tenant is, and basically you're just holding the paper at the end of the day. And you have the house as an asset. So after 17 years, we collected $54,876 worth of passive income. The sale price on this property was $84,000, and I purchased it for $43,000, so that was $41,000. And so the total passive income was $54,876, added with the $41,000, came up to $95,876 for basically just holding the paper or holding the property and managing it, you know. And of course, you're going to have your maintenance and your rehabs, but it was pretty much passive income, and you know, it was a great investment as far as I'm concerned. Why am I selling? Like I said before, you know, Wall Street is not buying real estate right now. The retail buyers are buying it. The property pretty much doubled in price, and I think the market is overpriced, you know, from just being into it. And I found other passive incomes that are a little bit, I'm not gonna say better than real estate, but a little bit more passive, and that's through like mortgage notes. You know, you could buy mortgage notes and not have to deal with the tenants, or you won't have to rent it out. You just buy the mortgage note, and the people pay you just like the bank. So being like the bank, no stress, no worries. Infinite banking, you know, we talked about that. That's another great form of passive income. And of course, Next Play Investors will be buying good companies. We're buying good companies in the stock market. Getting the dividend off of those good companies is another good form of passive income. The benefits of owning real estate. Number one, you're providing housing for the community.
Sam
You know,
got some.
what's that? Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I'm just looking at the live stream here, and Gabriel Muhammad has a question. And he wants to know, how do you put a property in an LLC?
Oh, that's well, I'm not a
Financial advisor.
financial advisor or a tax account. That's normally tax advice, but you, in a nutshell, like this property is 2352 Helsinki, so you call it the 2352 Helsinki LLC. That would be the name of that particular business. You register it with the state, and you get your EIN number. You open your business account, and then basically whenever a tenant pays you rent, they'll be paying the rent check to 2352 Helsinki LLC. So you basically just be running this company as a business, and then all the income will just pass through either to you or to your holding company. But like I say, that's tax advice. That's just kind of like a nutshell of it. But you definitely have to speak to an accountant for any more details on that. And like I said, benefits of owning real estate, you provided housing for the community. These people, sometimes they can't afford to purchase a house, or they don't have the credit, or just different obstacles. So you're able to provide them housing because you're the owner. You can, work out all kind of deals where you reduce the deposit, or you work something out with them, because some families, they're struggling, and you're able to help people. That's number one. Number two, you get yearly tax depreciations on your income taxes. You get annual passive cash flow, and you get access to bank loans. And the thing with real estate is, unlike stocks, the bank won't give you a loan to buy stocks, but the bank will give you a loan to buy real estate. And the cool part about it is you only have to put a certain amount of money down to get the real estate. So if you're about to buy a house and it's $100,000, you only have to put down, say, $5,000, and you're in the house, and now you're living. So it's one of the only assets that you can do that with. Number five, you got leverage. With real estate, the house is like leverage. So you can leverage that house to get a loan for a car, to send your kids to college if you needed to. You can get home equity lines. I think Nicole has an opportunity to do that, but you can get a HELOC and start a business. There's so many different avenues. And another one is appreciation. So, and this is not all the time, but this time it plays out where the real estate has appreciated over 17 years to the point where we're going to cash out and double in value. But that's my time. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Investing of any kind involves risk. Consult a professional financial advisor or a professional fiduciary before you do any investing. That's Stacy, man. I'm Stacy. This is my time on the Slam and Sam with the news.
Well, that was really useful information. You learn stuff, man. You don't expect to learn. Like, hey, it can hit you at any time watching this.
Yeah.
And here we go with the news. Now, as you know, crypto. It took a nosedive. Well, we all know the reason behind that is because China has banned all crypto transactions, period. They're not dealing with any more crypto. They're done with it. But the reasoning behind it is to keep the yen stronger. They want to keep their currency strong, and they doing away with all transactions for as crypto. That means Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the big hitters, all of them out.
So you can't do any transactions if somebody in China has
they went as far as blocking the VPN
block everything.
Yeah, China went as far as blocking the VPN transaction. Even if you try to use a VPN, they're tracking that.
And I bet you they probably got some serious penalties if you caught.
Yeah,
yeah, most definitely.
But guess what? I ain't gonna take Sam's over. I'm gonna let him finish. I don't know if did you hear about the part about the Olympic game?
I heard they're supposed to be giving people a wallet called a yen wallet.
Yeah, but the yen is a digital yen.
Yeah, they actually China is planning to drop their digital coin at the next year's Olympic game.
Wow.
And that's why they blocked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to say something. I hate to get you Kool-Aid, Sam.
Me too.
Go ahead, man.
Also, Jerome Powell, when he spoke this week, he was more apt to endorse some type of digital currency of some type.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, the U.S. dollar is the world's currency.
Yeah.
So, what happens now?
Hey, they may have. I mean, either way, the United States is indebted to China. So either way, if they're doing this to keep the yen strong, they didn't want the crypto because crypto was so, pliable, and you can use it to any application, and it could generate so much wealth for, if any way they could stop it, you know, they would have the UNESCO could pay off their debt quicker through crypto. I don't know what their play is, but I do know they stopped it and the whole stock went down. But they're on the rise. Never mind, it's going back up. China is only one, and you got the whole world that is that's coming on board for us crypto.
Yeah, the U.S. could do the same thing if they wanted to.
Well, I mean, when you got El Salvador, Eurasia, and
Yeah, a lot
a
of them.
lot of the third world countries, they're adopting crypto.
Yeah,
You see
that's
what I
their
mean?
main currency.
Yeah, as their main currency. So only thing that's, and I hate to step in Tam news because I mean, only thing that's really gonna change is the fact that China's trying to get rid of all those miners. That's really
That's
what. Yeah, they trying to get rid of that energy. That's really what it's about. Because almost all the miners come from China.
well, there's a lot of opportunities for the United States now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All of it's coming back over here now.
Yeah.
Man, that makes things interesting with the whole crypto market now.
Yeah.
And the first question that comes to my mind now, does it make sense investing in crypto?
It does.
It does.
It does.
Okay.
It does because see, at the same time, guess what? The United States is moving closer to regulation. So, we maybe I use that thing we talked about earlier, the show later next week, but the United States is moving towards regulation to make it a currency because they want to use it in the financial markets. All the banks are already trying in the United States are trying to incorporate crypto into their portfolio.
And as a matter of fact, I purchased on the dip myself. You know,
what about Ethereum?
I purchased some of that too.
Yeah.
How far did Ethereum go down?
Ethereum went all the way as far as like 2,500, something like that.
That's a good price.
That's a good price.
I honestly like Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum's strong. I mean, but they're cryptos, but they have two different platforms. But
right,
I'm sold on Ethereum anyway. I just bought Bitcoin because all the masses and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It's something that's solid. Like we invest in solid company. It's been around for a minute. So even though it has crashed several times, but it's always come back. A whole lot of people don't even probably know that it crashed, but yeah, it has.
Several times.
Yeah. But enough of that. On to my second story. My second story is about Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company has partnered with Redwood. Has anyone ever heard of them?
Who that, Sam?
Redwood, look at it. Redwood is a reconditioning company. What they do, they recondition batteries. Now, This is a whole nother angle, but I can see it making money. I already see it. I look for it on the charts on the dot. Not there yet, but I want to keep it in the forefront of my mind because I know once they do come out, it's gonna hit because they recondition battery and they're the only company that's reconditioning batteries. And you gotta think, once the economy goes EV, you're gonna have cars with batteries going out. They recondition regular batteries now. This will take out the U.S. dependency on China from getting the minerals from China and Africa once they start reconditioning. Because once you recondition, you don't need to buy it. All you're doing is and it's going to lower the cost of batteries because you didn't have to ship it halfway across the world to get it, these materials. So not only have they partnership with Ford, here are some other companies. Panasonic, they've also partnership with them. Amazon, they've partnership with them. This company, I think, once the IPO is released, bro, it's going to be one of those hitters, man. The company is called Redwood. This is one you might want to write on your mirror and keep it up there and keep your eye on it. Because I think, in my personal opinion, remember, I'm not your fiduciary advisor, but this is one of those that I would actually like, hey, I'll be licking my chops on.
Nice.
That's one of your stories. And now, the last story. Stacey, this is sort of hit home with you a little bit.
All right.
I don't know, everyone heard of Peter Talley?
Talk about it.
He's a co-founder of PayPal.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Now, do you know how much he's worth? Mr. Peter is worth 7.2 billion.
Nice.
Now, who he is, he was the financial advisor to the Donald Trump administration. Now he's sort of backed off and went back into hiding, but he's built this money, he's made this money up. And you'll never guess how he did it. And now he's trying to protect it from the IRS. He's built it up over 20 years in a Roth IRA.
Oh yeah. I heard about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's tax-free.
Tax-free. And now the IRS trying to figure out how to get it from him, and they can't mess with it. He built it up over 20 years, bro. He said $6,000.
$6,000.
6,000. And over 20 years, he's grown it to he made $5 billion in the Roth IRA. The rest of it he made doing other stuff.
Wow.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So it would behoove everybody to look into Roth IRAs and see what you can actually do with them, because it seemed to be a good tool to use to build your wealth and to protect your money also, because I mean, it's a safe haven for your money, basically. IRS can't.
And then at the same time, you're in a situation where you can trade out of it.
Right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. And I'm quite sure that's what he was doing. He was doing.
You can trade out of it. You can put up it's either 65 or 7,200 bucks a year into it. And then once you turn 50, I think you can bump it up quite a bit. I want to say like 14,000 maybe once you turn 50 in a Roth IRA.
Yeah. And I didn't know that the Roth IRA was developed for middle income Americans. Nothing. Now get this, nothing for the lower income Americans, but for the middle income Americans.
The lower income, they can invest in if they want to.
But it was designed
for
the middle income.
The craziest part is they designed the 401k for the lower income people. And that's to get you. You know what I mean?
So
that 401k eats you up in them fees, man. A lot of people don't know that.
Of course, it's making the hedge fund companies money. Making them money. It to me, a 401k to me, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but I was in a 401k, and I know the 401k made more money than I did. They robbed the hell out of me, man.
And that's the crazy part. Since we're going down,
and it was legal. It was legal for them to do that.
But here's the crazy part about the situation is that a lot of people, including myself at one time, would be like, okay, I got my money in the 401k and I'm good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't have to worry about, hey man, what you got for retirement? I got a 401k with my job. I'm good.
Yeah.
And they forget about it. And they're like, yeah, I can get it when I retire. But then what happens is when it's time to retire and you go and you look at how much money you got in there, how much you spent on fees over the years, how much you spent on taxes over the years, and you look in there at 55 and 60 years old, like, yo, I got to go get me another job.
And then they going to hit you again when you're ready to pull that money out.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't tax you all those years.
Huh?
They don't tax you all those years and then turn around and tax you again when you get ready to pull the money out.
Right. Now real talk, just on the panel, how many people you know that are like that in your immediate circle?
Yeah.
Like
they investing in that 401k.
I got hit like that.
Huh?
I got hit like that.
Yeah.
How?
You know, that's how I actually started my business. When I left the company I was working for and started my own, I pulled all my money out of 401k and I closed it. And that's when I really found out that the 401k was no good.
Yeah,
because
if you take
I
the money
worked
out,
for,
they're gonna tax you, bro.
yeah, I had worked for that company, what, 16, 15 years or more. And they didn't care about that. They took my money, hard-earned money. But I started my own
But at the
business.
same time, a lot of the companies have incentives on getting the employees to invest into the 401k.
Exactly.
And a lot of the companies that do what they call matching.
Match.
You know, you
Yep.
put $1, I'll put $1, and then the 401k turn around and get them $2.
Yeah, for putting in your dollar.
Yep. And that's what they did. Yep.
Man,
Both of them were robbing you, and you ain't even know you.
you didn't know.
As my boy Malcolm, get your hands out my pocket.
Right. That's right, man. A lot of folks don't know that, man. But education is there, so we just gotta do our research. So
Yeah. So that's one of the best things going. Okay. Well, we learned something today. Everybody worried about it. Where we at now?
We at you.
Oh,
That's it for the news.
We got one question in the chat from Ron Fulmore.
Go ahead.
Ron asks, can you please go into mortgage notes some more? So I guess that would be for me on the mortgage note side.
Mortgage note. Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
In a nutshell, basically, a mortgage note is like you have a mortgage, like your regular mortgage. Instead of the bank holding the note, you actually hold the note. So a lot of people don't know that you could hold your own mortgage notes. Yeah. So if you had a house that was paid for and you put somebody in it, you can sell them the house and then finance it and collect interest and payments just like the bank.
Yep.
All legal.
Yeah.
And the mortgage will be anywhere from 15 to 30 years. And if you sold them that house for $100,000, by the time I'm 30 years old, you'd be made $300,000.
$300,000
on compound interest.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. And that's how the bank do you. A lot of people don't know that. But when you buy a house, you pay $100,000 for the house. By the time it's got 3 lines up there. It's what you purchased it for. I think then they got something in the middle. I can't remember. And then they have, after you made 30, oh, I know what it is. It'll be $100,000. Then it's 30 years. And then they got how much you'll be paying after those 30 years. And it's almost sometimes triple, depending on what your interest rate is on where you started for the 30 years, because it's compounded interest. Compound interest. So, yeah. But you can find a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube about mortgage notes, Clubhouse, mortgage notes. I mean, it's the information highway now, so it's up to you to go out there and educate yourself.
You might even hear it on Next Play one day soon.
Hey, one day.
Yeah.
One day.
We got to make sure everybody don't try to go back and say we financial advisors.
No, we're not. We're not. We just some old hustlers.
Hey, we trial and error.
We just some hustlers.
We just doing it for entertainment purposes only.
But we hope you pick up some knowledge from it.
Yeah, man.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
So I got something for y'all today, man. We ain't talked about this in a long time. GDP. And y'all, we keep talking about all the stuff that's going down with the crypto going down, with all that stuff. So I put these are quarter 2. Quarter 3 is finna come to an end in about 4 days. So next week I'm gonna show y'all some real charts, but I'm finna show y'all a chart tonight that this is the old chart. This right here says GDP went up 6.4% in quarter 2. I want to bring this to everybody's attention because this is part of what I'm talking about tonight, not all of it. But we know that this is how you measure GDP. Growth rate, nominal, it measures a year-over-year percentage increase of economic output. And real GDP and nominal GDP, they kind of go in together, measure economic output of the entire company. So your U.S. nominal GDP, that's where we at. I got to ask everybody in here a question before I even present part of what I wanted to show y'all tonight. How many people in the group or in the audience on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you at watching right now, would you say that the United States economy is making more money since before the pandemic, or would you think the United States economy is making less money since the pandemic?
I'm gonna say more.
More.
More. Everybody agree to more? Everybody agree to more? Okay, so look on Facebook. Let me check this out. Okay, everybody agree to more. So, you would be right. This is a graph from the United States Fed of St. Louis. It shows, if you look right there in the gray, that's Q2 of the pandemic, when the pandemic first hit. All right. If you look to the left of the gray, that's going to be everything in 2019 and the leading up to 2020. We weren't making any money. We got GDP at $21 billion. So now you look on the other side of the gray. If you go toward the end, it's going to end on Q2 2021, where we pretty much at right now. We getting the numbers that come out next month. We already making more money at $22,000, $22 billion. And they keep talking about a pandemic. So you know inflation and the interest rates are finna rise. We don't even have to worry about looking at the fact that their interest rates finna rise, because you already see they're making more money and selling more goods and products and services than even before the pandemic even started. So we can go all the way back to 2019, 2018, and you see that it was actually a loss. So the pandemic has been good completely, because this thing looked like a mountain going straight up to the top. I mean, when you see this, you're looking at it and you see, okay, we hit the bottom. And then go all the way to there and shoot straight up. It's been going, like, it passed the whole pre-COVID number. So you have to ask yourself, how do you make more money in a pandemic than you did before the pandemic?
The feds, you remember now, PPP loans, EILD loans, stimulus. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. Like Drip said, yeah, we got the paper.
Hey, and so
paper.
I just want to bring y'all the attention to
Slow down, Turbo.
I just want to bring y'all attention to the fact that whatever you hear on the news about, they worried about all this, that, and the third about what's going on with the economy, here the numbers is right here. You can go to the Fed for yourself. It's called Fred. Everything is at the bottom of it. It's FredStLouisFed.org. You can go there yourself and look at the numbers and see that there's more money being made right now than it was during the pandemic.
Data, baby.
That doggone media is a beast, ain't it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
You know, and so when you look at it, I want you to understand, like, yeah, that's where we at now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So all the stuff that they're sitting there telling you, oh, it's not like that, it's not like that, it's not like that. I'm sorry to tell y'all, they lying. I'm sorry to tell y'all, they lying. And that's what they do to us. We read that as the retail investors. That's what they do to us. They try to make it seem like, when you watch financial porn and you watch Jim Cramer and you watch all these people on TV talking to you, there's some other people out there that we don't figure out financial porn too, but we ain't gonna throw no names out there right now. And you find out that these people are selling you up the river with your hard-earned money. You know, and so that's why we try to come on here, man, and we try to give you real information where you can go search for yourself to be able to see. Because we're not trying to tell you something. We ain't charging you nothing. We're not selling you anything. We're doing it out of the kindness of our heart and show you how you can actually go see this stuff for yourself. You know what I mean? It's not something that is a surprise or something that's being shown to you so you can buy a product or service or anything else. We do this because it's fun to us, and we're learning, and we're building our information, and we're doing more and more and more and more to actually learn. But I thought that was a good thing to share with everybody else, because now I want to take you over to the stock pick of the week.
Woo!
So last week,
you got no bell or nothing. You can ring.
Nah, I ain't got one right now today. I ain't got one this week. On your screens, everybody can see this one. It's called Micron
Yeah.
Technology.
MU.
MU. Last week I bought this one on the dip at 71 by 71.40. I'm about $5 up almost.
Time to save. That's your 5%. You got 5 or 6% yet.
I'm about $5 up already. But the
Time to
reason I
save.
want to show y'all this, man, I don't know how well y'all can see it on the screen. We have a way that we really go use data to find out a lot of different things. So what we finding out is what you're seeing on the screen is part of some of the data that we actually show, that we use to go look at certain stuff, and we can kind of actually see what's actually happening and going from there. So one of the biggest things I've been telling y'all about this 13F13 and filings and everything else. And so this is a graph of some of the stuff that I'm looking at a lot of times. MU is a company that is investing in microchips. We're in the chip shortage. Everybody keep talking about the chip shortage, but the chip shortage companies are still making money. That's one of the biggest things. They keep hollering chip shortage, chip shortage, chip shortages. But you got to remember, a lot of times, man, these companies are making money. Micron is from Crucial. They make RAM for computers. They make memory for computers. They make different microchips from different other companies. And one of the biggest reasons we looked at it into it, you probably can't see all the details, but what we're seeing is we're able to use those filings to be able to. Hello, can y'all
Yeah,
hear
go
me?
ahead.
Yeah, I heard it go. What you call? We're able to use these filings to be able to understand like what hedge funds are in the actual stocks, and that's what makes it so fun and makes it so good because we're not just guessing. Nobody on this panel, nobody in this room, nobody in this group. We're not just guessing that. Oh yeah, buy this stock, buy this. You know what I mean? Because what we're doing, we're looking at what the hedge fund buying, and one of the things we want to do, we want to look at if the big time hedge funds are actually buying stock. Why do we want to buy something that they're not buying? Because we know that retail investors don't move the market. So when you look over here, this is one of the stock that we actually looked at, and we started looking at like the green says it's a go, red means buy. But what you're finding out is the big companies that are actually buying it, and that's what I want to show you. When you got a company like Vanguard with $7 billion in stock held in this company, this is a good company. When you got another company with it, like when you got you got $17 billion in one company, that's a good company. You know what I mean?
Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're excited about that. But I want to say something. You was talking about the chip shortage, and you was talking about what we see on TV, right?
Correct.
But when it comes to stock companies, when it comes to chip companies on TV, they're promoting Nvidia and Taiwan Semiconductor as the major chip companies,
Ain't that something?
right?
Right.
But here
Yeah.
it is. You got these guys got $17 billion.
That's only the
And the
top
other.
three. If I go down to
Right.
the low, I can find another 5 billion. And
That's all.
that'll be only 5 companies. That'll be only 6 companies, and I can get over $25 billion in one company.
Right. That part.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
nobody's
it's not.
talking about this company.
But it's not promoted,
Not promoted.
and it's not on the bottom of NBC ticker.
Not on the bottom of NBC ticker at all.
Like I said, when they stop talking about it and you
But
don't
here's the
hear about
question:
it, something else.
why? But check this out. Why is that? Why isn't this company on the bottom of that leaderboard? Why aren't the analysts talking about this company?
Because they want to be first on board.
This is where
It's
the
the
money is.
Titanic. We getting ready to sail. We won't be the first on board.
Yeah.
But when it hit that iceberg, we're gonna be the first off. I guarantee you that.
That's it.
And guess what? When it hits the iceberg, maybe that's when they post it.
And that's when they
That's when they post it.
because that's
That
when
way,
they
all
go
the
say,
retail money comes in,
and so they can
and,
get out.
and so they can get out.
Because
Yep.
I can if anybody can see this online, and I hate it is, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 companies right here that total over $50 billion in this one company.
Wow.
12 companies with over 50. That ain't even the rest of it. It's over 1,500 companies invested in this company. 1,500 different investment funds.
So what's the estimated worth of this company? Estimated value, rather.
Well, I can't see it right now.
I can pull it up. I try to pull it up.
You can pull it up because I can't pull it right now. But the thing is, nobody has heard about this company, and these people got over $50 billion invest. I can tell you some of the players on some like State Street, they've been in this company since 2001. I got companies been holding this company since 2019, 2018, 2002, 2001, and nobody's ever heard of the company. Nobody's even known that the company was even a chip maker because all they put on the TV is Taiwan Semiconductor, NVIDIA. But all these companies got big money in this company.
I got the data right here. So the market cap on this company is $83.362 billion.
I told him I didn't know.
Yo, check this out. Earnings per share, the EPS, $3.62.
Positive.
Right? The PE ratio, 20.43. The average volume on this stock per day is 19 million a day.
So 19 million people are trading this stock every day, and we don't even know about it.
So that's serious. It's moving too.
19 million. Now
that's a pretty good volume.
Looking at Apple, now Apple is 50 million a day. But see, think about it. Apple is in the news.
And it's $1 trillion company.
2 trillion market cap.
Yeah.
But this one ain't in the news, and it's still trading half what Apple doing.
So that
as far as the volume goes, the average volume is 19 million.
And so that's why I explained, like, you know, we sitting here talking about all this stuff, man. Y'all take the notes and go do some research just a little bit, and you'll find some gems that, you'll be surprised at how much money these companies that like sneakily are actually putting these products out here for like the people to feast off of them. The whales, look, man, there's a whale. You need.
They waiting on this. So they're waiting on this to turn into another Apple or Tesla. Basically, that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They buying in now, holding it, and waiting.
And so that's the biggest thing is because I got the chart pulled up. When I bought in. If everybody look at the chart right there, I bought in the red. When it hit the red, I bought in the red.
About $72.
71. I made it come to me.
Okay.
All right. I can tell you exactly where it went to.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I caught it at 71.40. And now it don't already. You see how they? And I'm gonna back it out a little bit so you can see how it's been trading. It went down, up, down, up, and now it's right back in. And it's going right back up. Now, the truth be told, this stock was trading at $90 at one point in time.
Now I want you to take a look at the previous. Where you bought in at.
Yeah.
I see almost like what they call the crow's feet. You see that, Martinez? Bam, bam, bam. 3 times where you could have bought in and sold around that same price. If you just do a little bit of back testing, you can see that. I see one right there in the middle where it had that big dip. You could have bought in there. And then if you go back again to the third one, you could have bought in there. So you could have actually traded that 3 times if you wanted to. But also,
I see some meat.
But now you got some institutions in there that's trading that too.
I see.
Well, they killed it right here in August. If you see this big one right here.
Yeah, right there.
Something happened in August. I didn't go back and research it. Something happened in August because that right there is an institution counter getting heavily away from it.
But here's my thing. Yeah, that happened in August, right? But that still doesn't negate the fact that the company's still worth $83 billion. And that it still got an EPS of 3.62.
That was just somebody taking profit.
2043. So my thing is, if the company's good, well, what's going on? If the company, you buy the company, yeah, they're just taking profit.
They're just taking profit. We look at some of those things we look at some of them counters and we think that something bad happens sometime. But when you got billions of dollars into a stock, when you take profit, I mean, you ain't taking $100.
Oh man, it's been around a while. It's actually been around a while too. It's been
Yeah, you ain't take,
1978. It's been
yeah.
around a
So
while.
if you got $1 billion, if you got $8 billion of this stock, and you
And
decide you
what?
want to take 100 million, $200 million in profit from the stock, you're in a situation where it's gonna disrupt the market.
And another thing is, if you think about, you said whales in nature. If one whale go left, the whole pack going left.
The whole pack going
So
left.
you got that will cause a candle like that. It takes big money to move that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Take
see,
a lot of money to move that.
it
And
takes a
so
lot of money to make a
and,
candle look like that.
and so that's why I say, man, I wanted to bring this up because, man, this is another stock that we really want to look at. And I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, like now, I'm not gonna say that it's a buy right now because we're gonna go right here and look where everybody say it's actually over the 50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's been wicking out a lot. I'm probably set a stop loss, and if it hit it, it go. If it go up, it go. I'm gonna keep riding. You know what I mean? But it's actually wicking out, and it tried to go up higher, but it keep pushing back down. So one of the biggest things is, we gotta actually be careful of that. Make sure you set your stop losses so that you don't lose your money when the stocks are actually moving around. Cause they gonna if you holding it for the dividend, it's a different story. But if you trying to trade it, you know what I mean. Make sure you set your stop losses, man, because that'll protect your profit. You might not make what you want to make, but you'll make something. You know what I mean? And just, but don't set it too close because they play around and they come get numbers and play with you too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The stock
yeah,
moves all day. So you got to know kind of like where to set it at. Don't set it too close, and have a limit of how much you want to lose and how much you want to win. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty much it, man. Uh,
And you are not a what?
I am not a financial advisor, a fiduciary. Man, I ain't even know. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm just a man with a computer and a screen, just trying to sit here and figure out how to make me a couple dollars so my daughter can actually go somewhere and my son can actually be something one day. So don't trust me. Just listen to me and do it
He
yourself.
gonna be something, man. Yeah. He gonna be
I'm just
something.
trying to pass it
Frank
on
be
to the
rough,
next.
boy.
I'm just trying to pass it on to the next generation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, man. And show somebody else some. So don't trust me. I don't work for Prime America.
Boy, that dog go proud America, boy. Excuse me.
Ooh,
Nothing.
Bro,
leave
you
it
I
seen
ain't
alone.
they
say
stock?
nothing.
Leave it
Hey,
alone.
pretty
Maybe,
nice.
Leave it
I
yeah.
alone.
ain't say nothing.
Leave it alone.
I've been with them for a long time.
You
Boy,
Is that
been.
what
Prime
they?
America,
I
boy.
just, I
They
just,
prime.
I have an emergency fund.
Hey, Prime America, they priming all right.
Yeah, they priming you up.
Hey, I would challenge you to take a look at their fees, Nicole, because
Look at their
I
fees.
know for the education system, a lot of people, including my wife, was part of Prime America, and we actually broke ties with them recently, but they won't even allow us to break the ties with them. We tried to transfer and get up out of there, and they're like, They keep denying
Really?
it. They keep denying the transfer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and then because I'm a part of Next Play now, so I'm looking at it, man. They ate her alive with fees.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
ooh,
Cause
bro.
I up. Oh Lord. I
Yeah.
up the little
Look,
emergency fund.
hey, Nicole, I got one better than that. Once I started my business, I opened up and I had a 401k for my business.
Mm-hmm.
Get this. I called them and told them, look, I didn't want to be in it anymore. I pulled all my money out of it. Do you know these fools would not close the account? And then they charging me to have an account that they're not even monitoring. And they charging me every month for it.
Oh my
And they
God.
won't let me cut it out.
Until this
And
day.
there's no money in the account. Nothing's there.
But you're being
It's just
charged?
being charged for what? Oh, this is a maintenance fee. Maintenance fee for what? There's
Oh,
nothing
wait,
in it.
right.
Nothing in it at all.
Oh
But you
wow.
charge me a maintenance fee of $153 a month.
That's right. You said that's a 401k.
Yeah. This is what they do. That's what they do.
Wow. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did I do the right thing? But I took my pension from JCPenney a couple of years ago, like back in like 2015 or whatever. And I wonder if I should have just left the money in there.
But did you roll it into something else?
Why don't you just roll it over into a Roth?
No, because I was being Nicole, and I don't even know what I do with that money, to be honest.
Oh my God.
And you could have rolled that over into a Roth IRA and left it there.
Oh my God. She don't know where the money is. The money just
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the money.
She got money.
The money sitting in your driveway, girl. Stop.
That BMW, the X7. Ooh.
The X7.
No, I already had my BMW. I bought my BMW.
You bought it. Well, you must bought them rims on there or something. She bought some Ashantis or something with the money from.
I don't know what I did with that 20 with that money.
So you got an X7 but with a square root of 2.
Yeah, she got some Coach shoes and some Coach bags that she put into the back of it when she get rid of the X7, and
They asked me to, where was I going to roll it over to? And at that time, I didn't know if I wanted to roll it into Prime America. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. So
priming you up.
Prime America would love for you to do that.
Right.
Love for you to do that.
They did, and then I didn't want to put it into the school system because I just, even like with our thing, is very similar to 401k. So with TRS, you cannot touch that money. Like, I can't touch that money.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. It's your money, like JG Whitworth will say. It's your money. Why you can't touch your money?
Which is crazy.
It's your money and you want it now.
I want it.
Yeah, you can't fool it.
How can you have money that you can't touch?
That don't even sound right, does it?
That don't even sound right.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it seems like when we went from, I don't know, like, because, they're hitting us twice. Because I get, for a long time, for what, maybe 15, probably about 13 years, I got paid once a month. So now, like, we went into it's probably been about maybe 3 or 4 years we've been getting paid twice a month. So, they hit it twice.
Hit what?
For when they pull out for our
retirement.
For our retirement.
So they hit you for the fees and they hitting you for the G.
Every time.
Every time.
I know.
I mean,
so, they really encourage us.
Pimping.
I said.
Hey, Nicole, I know why you working. You working to pay off your 401k.
I was like, Lord, have mercy. I said, is that why a lot of these teachers and retired administrators coming on back, subbing and doing all this extra stuff? I'm not trying to do that.
That's exactly why they're doing it.
No. You working for your 401k, huh?
Yes, Juvie. Yes, Juvie.
That's funny. Hey, but that's messed up.
You want to go bust a vein, huh?
How can you have money? How can you have money that you can't touch?
Because MC Hammer got it. You can't touch it. You can't touch
it. Hey, but you got to think about it. It's really easy. You can have money that you can't touch because you've been groomed since you were young on to get a 401k, right? You've been groomed since you was young and was in school to follow the rules. Yeah. And that was, to go to college, to get a good job. I mean, we all have until you make the shift. And so that's why it's easy for you to give your money to somebody.
Yeah, I do every month.
Do it until you get ready to retire. And that's when you look at it and you got the goose eyes. Like, what happened to my money?
Well, that's why I have the emergency fund, but I don't, now I'm a little more disciplined. I mean, when I went through the Dave Ramsey course about 2 years ago, I became a little more, financially responsible with my money. But I upped how much I was letting Prime America. Now I'm like, Lord, are they gonna give me a struggle if I leave? But with the emergency fund, if I go in there and say I need X amount of dollars, I can go in there and get it.
I bet
But
you're gonna
you
get
can create
taxed.
your own emergency fund.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. So I was like, I should do my own fund
You have your
and
own
save my
fund.
own money.
But yeah,
That way
you don't want to get
but
taxed.
like you said earlier, it's about discipline,
Yeah.
Yep, you said it. You said it yourself. It's about that.
See, I was sitting on the call. I sat here listening to y'all, and I paid off it. Whatever I just charged on that American Express card, I just paid it off.
See,
Yeah, we're gonna send you a
It's
bill.
down to a zero balance.
We're gonna send you a bill for that too, Nicole. You just don't know about it yet.
We want some of them taxes and fees too. Shoot, you paying everybody else. Why not pay us?
Pay off for what?
Shoot, we give you better advice than they giving you. Shoot, we need to get some kind of compensation. I don't want 2%. Just give me 1.5%. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna give 4 to 5%, 7%, 7, 8% of your money every year. Give me 1.5, and I can save you at least 6%.
I just want a cheeseburger on Tuesday.
Not a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But listen, I know y'all were talking about how the cost of living. Is it just the cost of living in Santo Domingo? Because like Punta Cana is expensive.
For
Like,
you.
Punta Cana
For you.
is Americanized now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Punta Cana
So,
is expensive for the travelers.
But it's
That's what they
still
go to.
But it's still not as expensive as the United States. You can say it's expensive,
Okay.
but it's nowhere near the United States.
so if you went over there and got like, I was looking at were those condos? I can't remember on the video.
Yeah, they were condos.
Condos.
So like, what are the prices for those?
Oh,
Like
I
if you
did
wanted
some
to purchase
research.
one.
Well, I can tell you, I did some research. There's a couple of places that I looked at. I looked at Cabarete, which is actually an upcoming nice little area, sprawling, is growing. And I like Santiago myself, personally. I like Santiago. It has a little airport there. You can fly into Santiago.
Okay.
It's set up a lot like the roadways are set up like the United States. It's nice, but I've seen some nice, very nice new condos going from $65,000 to $80,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, spotless. They're brand new.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't see, like, for me, I would want to purchase purchase something like that, and just use it probably as an Airbnb, because people travel so much. So I mean, hell, I'll be charging my friends as much as they like to go places. Because I looked at a property, a foreclosure, because how they try to get you to do the timeshare. I'm not really big on the timeshare. So, I'm on a little tour to get the perks or whatever. But I would rather have I would rather just I didn't want to purchase the property in Panama City. It was a lot. It was probably like 150, 175. And so if I could get something like that in the Dominican Republic, I would prefer to do a purchase like
But
that.
see,
Well,
you
you do
just
know
like Sam said, if you find something near airport or beach, and then another pro to it is that you only pay taxes once in your lifetime. You never pay taxes again on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know they actually have a whole packet deal where they will actually, you can choose your own blueprint, build your own house, add what you want to it, everything, lock, stock, barrel. And then at the end, if you decide, well, it's going to be your place, but the time that you're not there, they'll actually rent it out for you. You don't even have to worry about it. It's all just, say if you live in an area where you want to stay 6 months here, but you want to go back there and stay 6 months. So 6 months you gone, they will rent it out for you. And anything damaged, anything, they take care of the whole thing. Now, this was in a development called Casa Linda. And they do everything, lock, stock, barrel, financing, all that, period.
And see, the area where Sam was talking about, the Casa Linda, is already pre-established.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of Americans and Germans and China that travel to that area. So if, like you said, if you do want to rent it out for like Airbnb, you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, almost like guaranteed that you're gonna keep a nice percentage of booking because that's a very popular area.
Okay.
And that area is growing very fast.
Okay. Because that was a good nugget too from Stacy when he was, I guess, when he was asking about the mortgage thing. Because my next goal is to get a business card, an American Express business card. So my best friend, he's trying to help. He's trying to help us out because I don't want to get a product. I just want to be able to make the money, get this passive income, and I don't have to do too much because I don't want to try to get a property here. My goal was in 2022 is to watch the market. And so when it turns back into a buyer's market, I was going to try to purchase a foreclosure and just Airbnb it out instead of renting it out, or do maybe like a corporate rental or something. I don't know, but I would prefer to do it overseas.
Well, I want to say that now would be a good time to secure that HELOC.
Okay.
Your money.
You don't have to use it. Like you said, it's all about discipline.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go ahead and secure the HELOC because when the market turns the other way, banks are not
going to get as much.
So I decided, so after talking to a friend, I decided, I look back at, I only owe like $57,000 now. So I just decided to just focus on paying this property off.
And then what?
I don't know what I'll do with this house. I mean, it's my goal to get another house at some point.
And then what?
Why?
You gonna just leave the money? You gonna leave all the money?
I mean, it's a lot. When I tell y'all, because I know we're still on Facebook Live because I can't put that. I wouldn't want to put that type of information out. But I have a lot of money in this house where I could honestly, I did consider selling it and then maybe taking like $50,000 and put down. I wanted to just put $50,000 down on another house and then pay off my truck. Because I have the money to do all of that, but it's just right now. It's just not.
Why would you sell the asset?
This about to get good right here,
bro.
Why would you sell the asset?
Stacy, she just blew my mind. You know that.
This is about to get good.
Hold on. Why would you sell an asset to pay off a liability?
For liability.
That truck is a liability. So why would you sell an asset?
See my finger, Nicole.
To pay off a liability.
No, because just say for example, if I walked away with $250,000, what do you mean? I would definitely pay off. I would pay off my car, and I would pay off this
what you
loan.
gonna do with it next? You gotta have a purpose. You don't make a move like that. You gotta have a purpose.
Yeah. I
can't hear. The rule of thumb is
I act like a financial advisor for the next.
Hold up.
Look, hold on. I mean, you
Hey,
can't
Nicole.
like that.
Nicole.
Sam, go ahead.
The rule of thumb is, look, you keep your money, you use their money. Frank said, but hold up. Like Frank said, you gonna give up the house to pay for your car. What's your car?
Yeah.
Your car, you can go out there and wreck it and whatever. It ain't worth nothing. You already know that.
And the cars are the fastest thing. Cars is the fastest thing to depreciate.
It is, I know.
As a matter of fact, I probably would have got rid of BMW, got me a regular car and paid it off.
I was thinking about trade that in and just get a 4Runner or something.
Hey, JoJo, they'll lose it for you for the right amount.
Huh?
So if you was to get $250,000 off the sale, you wouldn't take 50 of that and put it down on another property?
Hey, I mean, put it on another property.
Probably, yeah, not a car.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. But here's the thing.
So I want to pay the car off.
Okay, we understand that part too, but what you gonna do next?
Nicole, you can actually take $50,000.
Keep that same car.
You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. What you gonna do next?
Hold on, you can actually probably take $25,000, go buy that same car over again, and let that car go back. Right, get your credit clean from the car going back, and still make money off that car before you pay your car off. You understand that one?
I'm not. If I'm not gonna let, I wouldn't want to repossess it on my credit. Everybody got quiet.
No. I'm not saying get a repossession. I don't think you need that.
No, because
I'm
you said
saying
let the car go back.
Wait,
So
wait a minute. I ain't saying all that.
I would let it go back, but hey, I would definitely step.
no, not let it go back like
even
repossession.
Sam had a look like I ain't gonna let the car go back. But I'm no, because no, 4 different people approached me. Like they called me about buying my property. Because they know probably because they know it's money in this property. But I don't know. I don't think I want to. I don't know if I wanna get a
When they call and send the letters, that mean they already have the data and the insight that their property is probably about to go up.
Mhm.
And so they know it's a new development that's coming through there. So what they're trying to do is just buy up everything that's near.
Mhm.
And on top of that, they're creating a market. See, there's no houses on the market to buy. So you look for what they call off-market houses. So by soliciting you to buy your property, you create your own market.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have to sell your house. If you got a home equity line of credit, it's not like you got to pay them back. It's not an actual loan it's just like you got some bullets in your gun that you can fire at any time.
Well, Navy Federal is not.
You don't have no note to pay. You just got the money. I got 200,000 sitting here in the HELOC. I'm just waiting for my next deal to jump off. That's it.
That's it.
But you got it locked because when the market changes, and you try to go get that 200 grand, but your house ain't what it is anymore. They're not going to give it to you.
Right.
So yeah, that's all they're doing.
I'll put it in a prayer box, fellas.
Yeah,
you can pray up as you want to, but when the market changes, that prayer is gone up in smoke. Guaranteed. You better take advantage now. I'm telling you, hey, if you got that
but
much money
Navy Federal is not doing. Navy Federal is not doing HELOCs right now.
Man, you better go with Rocket and there's a whole bunch of companies that
yeah, you can do fintech if you want to.
Yeah, you can do a lot of them.
Yeah, you can go with Rivers Group. They'll do one for you.
Rivers. And hey, if you're gonna do that, I'll start a car. I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do a HELOC. We'll do a HELOC for you real quick. How much you said the house work?
Yes, sir.
Run, Nicole, run.
Thank you, cousin, for helping me out.
They got those short. Hey, those short. They smell blood. They circling.
But we're in just refinancing be better than doing a HELOC.
But okay,
refinance.
Let me ask you a question, though. What are you trying to do with? You got to have a purpose, right? What are you going if you draw that money? What are you trying to do?
Well, okay, I just wanted to I want to do some home improvements.
Good evening. We want to tell everybody and say thank y'all for coming out this evening. We basically hope you enjoyed everything with Next Play Investors, everything that we talk about from real estate investments, laughing, joking, business, and everything else, insurance, infinite banking. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, anything else that you actually see. And, we definitely want to keep you in the warm. We hope to see you back next week at 7:30. Join the group where we all can talk, laugh, and find out more about what's the next play. Again, thank you for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you again next week when everybody else is there, and y'all have a wonderful time.